This is a fictional story based on true-life events. Names and places have been changed to protect privacy. A bustling mall in Cape Town, shiny glass storefronts, music spilling from speakers, and footsteps echoing off polished tiles. Everyone's here to buy, but one teenager is here to take. His name, Jaden Kumalo, 17 years old, street smart, sharp-eyed. To the crowd, he looks like just another kid, but in the shadows of the city, they call him something else, the Sneaker King. But let me ask you, what drives a teenager to risk it all for a pair of sneakers? It was 2019. Cape Town Mall, the crown jewel of Cape Town retail. Air Jordans gleamed under bright lights. Yeezys sat locked behind glass like treasures. To most shoppers, they were luxury. To Jaden, they were freedom. You see, in his world, sneakers weren't just shoes. They were a symbol of wealth, of power, of belonging. But when your pockets are empty, how do you chase a dream that costs more than your family's rent? Simple. You don't pay for it. You take it. Jaden didn't work alone. He had a crew, 3 friends, all still in school. They weren't thugs. They weren't carrying weapons. What they carried was something more dangerous, a plan. Picture it. Weekends, the mall's packed, security stretched thin. Jaden strolls in, flashing a smile. "Can I try those on?" he asks, charming the shop assistant. She fetches the sneakers, distracted. Meanwhile, one of his boys hovers near the shelves, slipping a fake pair into the display. The swap is quick, dark, clean, almost invisible. By the time anyone notices, the real sneakers are gone. Jaden already vanished into the crowd. Let me ask you, if you were 17, invisible to the world, and suddenly had a way to outsmart the system, wouldn't you be tempted? Soon, the hustle moved online. Gumtree, Instagram, Facebook Marketplace. Jaden knew how to sell the dream. Perfect photos, hype captions, prices just low enough to make buyers buy. Thousands of rands rolled in, clothes, parties, respect. He wasn't just a kid from the township anymore. He was building an empire. But here's the thing, every empire leaves footprints, and the higher you climb, the more eyes follow you. The first crack appeared small. A sharp-eyed store clerk named Betty noticed something strange. An Air Jordan with sloppy stitching, crooked logo, a fake. Management checked the cameras, and there he was, Jaden, smooth talking, smiling, walking out like he owned the place. The malls tightened security, but Jaden, he doubled down. Different malls, same tricks, bigger risks. When you feel untouchable, do you stop, or do you push harder? The downfall came from where he least expected, the internet. A buyer suspicious of a too-good-to-be-true deal tipped off security. Footage was cross-checked, faces matched. The net was closing in. And then came the sting. Undercover cops posed as buyers. Jaden arrived, sneakers in hand, ready to cash in. But instead of money, cold steel cuffs snapped around his wrists. The Sneaker King was dethroned. The trial was swift. The evidence undeniable. Jaden pleaded guilty, but the judge saw something others didn't. Potential. He wasn't violent. He wasn't hardened. Just reckless. Just desperate. Instead of prison, he was sentenced to community service, restitution, a chance to start again. But let me ask you, does society give second chances to kids like Jaden often enough? Or was he just lucky? Today, his name still echoes in Cape Town's townships, not as a hardened criminal, not as a hero, but as a legend and a warning. The Sneaker King became a story whispered to restless teens, a tale of audacity and downfall. Because in the end, this wasn't about sneakers. It was about the hunger for respect, the craving for identity, the desperate fight to be seen in a world that looks away. And so the question remains, for all of us, what pushes a kid to cross the line? And what can pull them back before it's too late? If this story made you think, drop your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in Jaden's shoes? Don't forget to like this video, it helps us share more stories that matter.